huge amount of income from upgrading the Art studio, but the facilities will be that much better for the entertainers to use. So that clarifies just a little bit of that.
They were built in 1971.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you can appreciate that they're getting a little old. I won't use the word.
Yeah.
It looks like difference we're talking about if we base the costs of 45,000 for our dance studio and 6,000 for the curtains. The shortfall for us, if we were to look at those things, would be $23,000 if the trust was to put in $28,000. 45 plus 3. So the shortfall would be about $23,000.
We don't at this stage have any, we just have some plans drawn up, and we're not too sure whether we go with just a builder who will do the whole lot, or whether we'll go with a builder and subcontract out the electrical and the plumbing work. We're also not sure whether the council have their own builders that you want us to use, or whether you give approval that we can do it, and subject to some extra funding from council that we oversee the whole project.
So what do you see the cost of your curtains to be?
6.
The big red curtains?
Yeah. Just the ones in front of the screen, not the whole of the...
Not the red running the wood, just the reds.
We're just trying to match up what we've got, and they'll be fire retardant as well. They'll have the fire retardant.
So they will be fireproof.
Yep.
So there's the red ones, they're not just the red ones, the red ones.
The red ones are full across the
Just
stage.
in front of the stage.
Yep.
Yeah, we're seeing you make councillor
Just as an aside from this, now that the Founders Theatre has closed, are we getting more interest in the plaza for usage? I mean,
Not really.
not yet.
Not the big shows, not
Oh,
the big
okay.
shows. The reality is that people who used to Founders are now using the children's showground.
Okay.
The plaza will only hold 500 people. They want 1,500 people or 15,000 people, so we're too small. And the ones that having said that, we've had a conversation with them, they will forward on to us the smaller shows. So when we heard that the Founders had closed, we got in contact with them immediately.
What is the Clarence Street Theatre Hall?
Pardon me?
Do you know Clarence Street Theatre Hall?
No, I don't. Jenny, do you?
It's under 500, it's smaller than the plaza.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of concerts there, and I was just interested because we would be comparable to Clarence Street, but with extra facilities in terms of flight hour. Right, another question to the Arts Trust. I thank you, and once again I applaud and I thank you for your long-serving work for doing at the arts and of interest that just a few days ago, Councillor Shattuck and I were talking to Wintec in terms of creative arts in our district, and again lauding the presence of the plaza and how we can utilise that in terms of creative arts and films. And so hopefully that will come out of the work that we've been doing with Wintec. It's an ongoing selling point, but it would be good if Wintec can become involved.
We're hoping actually to find someone who is prepared to teach students lighting and sound.
Well, we
and
started
use
moving.
that
Exactly the
plaza
same.
as a facility to teach students.
We're looking at that as an employment opportunity,
Right.
so that Wintec, it was a 3-hour meeting as we were coming through. Yeah. So
Looking
things
at
are
it,
moving in
it's
recognition. Yeah. Right. If there are no further questions, I thank you for your work. Yep.
Sorry. Thank you.
Mrs. Bruce, submission 103. 103 is on this book. We're very good at changing books. Huh?
I'm playing that very well.
Hello.
Oh,
sign you've got
Oh,
there, what's
yes.
that? Yeah, so that she can see what's taking place.
Yeah, no, we're very proud.
Blue things, no, the kids.
Oh, this one here,
Yeah, that's one that everyone would understand, isn't it?
Yeah. and probably into three languages.
Right.
I actually endorse a lot of what Rokawa has said. I'm full in favour, but I've got some other suggestions and other angles as well. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't really, oh, that, you don't need my glasses.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, no, leave it off, it's all right, Craig, I can see.
That's what I'm trying to hear the best.
Yeah. I mean, so this was when the spring was at its really beautiful in 2008. That's one of my grandchildren sitting there. And that was taken in 2008. Good morning, Your Worship,
Yep.
Neil Sinclair, councillors, staffs and visitors. Thank you for allowing me to speak to my submission on the Blue Springs. In 1998, a proposal was put to council from Terry High School to establish a walkway to Blue Springs and alongside the Southwaikato River. Trees were planted by students with help from Forest and Bird and South Waikato District Council and Corrections. The walkway is a real asset to the district. One of the things that hasn't been done very well along there is some of the weed control has not been carried out very well and contractors have sprayed and killed trees. Now our beautiful river has been discovered by fellow Kiwis and tourists alike. During the last 3 to 4 years, people have been swimming in the source of the spring and pulled out and destroyed the weed, home to many fish and invertebrates, including the rare dwarf galaxis. I spoke to Gary Brunton and he states 80% of Kiwis are there and 20% tourists. But I actually question the number of tourists because that would only be the ones that went into the information centre. Because I know I have been there and seen more, and I've seen the tourist buses coming with the Asian visitors. Next one, please. Rokawa have enjoyed a special relationship with Te Waihau for many hundreds of years. The Blue Spring, or the Tupuna, is a tauhanga and a treasure. South Waikato and Rokawa are co-managers of this water. The fish, invertebrates and aquatic weeds. This site is significant because it is a habitat of considerable importance for the conservation of dwarf galaxis, and there's all the other invertebrates and things. There's a lot of little shy fish in that need that overhang because the big fellas come along and eat them. This site contains the northernmost population of the species. This is the galaxis. And this population is genetically distinct from other populations, and as such the site can be considered as critical to the sustainability of the species. This site contains one of the largest freshwater springs in the Waikato region, which they're talking about, the Blue Spring, and I'm quoting here from doc notes. There are very few freshwater springs, pools and wetlands such as those present at the site remaining in the Waikato region. We're a bit spoiled, we've got a lot of springs around here. Both aquatic and terrestrial parts of the site are of an important ecological corridor linking the birth of gems with the Manukau Plateau. And it's an absolute outstanding water scope. It's just, I just think it's the most beautiful thing. Next slide. This is how it looks now. Shocking. The other slide was where Kristen had joined up what was, today and 2 years ago. But this site is what it was when Tia and I sat there waiting for the people to do the eco walk. And I was